Welcome to Movie Night with Marcus and Paulina,
Hey,
the show where we talk about things we're watching, and we saw a lot over the Christmas break.
we saw a lot because we are quarantined.
Yes, there was an exposure.
At the very beginning of break, I'm a teacher. I get 2 weeks off. Literally get exposed the day after my break starts.
But-
Awesome.
At least we get to catch up on some TV and some movies.
Yeah.
So we saw on Christmas Day the movie Soul from Pixar, and we actually had different opinions on the movie.
Really? I thought we kind of agreed.
I liked the movie more than you did.
Oh, I thought we both agreed we did not like it.
No, I liked the movie. I also liked Inside Out, and I know you also did not
I
like
did not like
Out.
Inside Out.
I
yeah.
think this movie is a lot like Inside Out.
It is.
Basically, if you don't like Inside Out, you're probably not going to like Soul.
I mean, what do you think is similar other than the style? The style, obviously, yes.
It's kind of abstract.
Yes, true.
And if you don't like abstract movies, I think you probably won't like Soul.
And I think it's true that I generally do not like abstract movies.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Yeah, I don't. So it makes sense.
I don't know if they're exactly comparable, but when reading the background on how this movie was made, the director made it after making Inside Out
Mm-hmm.
because he liked the idea.
Oh, it's the same director.
He was a director for Monsters, Inc., Up, Inside Out, and Soul.
Oh, wow. I love Monsters, Inc. and Up.
I liked the first 30 minutes of Up. Then I never watched the rest of Up.
Oh, I loved it.
I never finish Up.
You never finished it?
No. I finished it the first time.
Oh, okay. And then you don't
And I
really
just
rewatch.
stopped watching after 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
But the director's name is Pete Docter. And I agree. I love Monsters, Inc.
Mhm.
And I really like Inside Out. And I like Soul as well. So it's interesting that you don't like half of his
Mhm.
movies, basically.
Yeah.
But very basic plot summary, which I had no idea what the movie was going to be about going into it. The movie's about a guy named Joe Gardner. He loves jazz. And he thinks that his life is about to go somewhere after not going how he wants it to
He
go.
gets the gig of his dreams.
Exactly. And then he dies, which I was not expecting. That was really cool. I had no idea what this movie was about. I just saw the blue people in some promotional art or some quick clips. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I can't imagine kids liking this movie.
I can't see them understanding the movie.
I know they can understand death, and I'm sure this is going to freak them out a little bit.
Maybe.
But how about, you must have liked something about this movie.
I liked the overall message being that kind of we grow up with this idea that we need to find our one thing, right? We need to find our career, our purpose in life, our reason for kind of being able to contribute to society and believing that we need to find that, right? So in the movie, the message is that your life isn't really about what you're doing. It's about every day, right? It's all those everyday moments, the people you interact with, noticing the touches and sights and smells around you. That is what gives your life purpose, not what you do and not your talent, I guess. And I did appreciate that as someone who has just constantly struggled with this idea of what am I supposed to do with my life, you know? I've worked in marketing, I've worked customer service, I worked accounting, and now I'm a teacher. And all of those haven't really filled this gap that I feel. So I did appreciate that message in the movie, and I appreciated kind of thinking, just because I haven't found a job or career that truly fulfills me, doesn't mean that I'm not living my life right now.
That is a really good message. I've gotten used to this idea that in movies you always see this guy, this protagonist, trying to achieve their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a happy ending, usually the character achieves their dreams. And I think we've gotten used to this idea that everyone has this purpose in life, that they need to achieve these dreams. But it rarely happens where you meet this high standard, like you want to be the best musician in the world, maybe. that's going to be really hard to do, right? And if you don't meet those dreams, you might really be sad about it.
Yeah, like I think those people who are really passionate maybe think that their life ended up amounting to nothing. And the point is that your life is not measured by your accomplished goals.
I agree that that was a cool point in the movie. I really liked the feeling of Joe. He really loves jazz, and that was his whole life. And I liked seeing that it consumed him. And with his barber, he would only talk about jazz. And it gets out that when things happen in the movie where someone else is talking to him in Joe's body, 22 actually. And at the end of that barber session, the barber guy is really happy that he didn't talk to him only about jazz.
That he took an interest in his life, too.
Exactly, yeah. Or like with his mom, he doesn't really open up to her. He just kind of puts things away and doesn't express how he basically opens up to her. And that maybe wouldn't have happened if he just got consumed in his life of jazz and just said, okay, this is going to work out. I don't need to explain myself to my mom.
I think you saying that kind of brings to mind that I think it would have been a lot stronger to me if they had shown more of a normal day in his life before he dies and before 22 kind of gets in possession of his body, because we all just kind of heard that he would just think and talk about jazz, but what did that really look like?
Yeah, that's true. I did like that at the very beginning you see him conducting a jazz ensemble and it's not sounding like how he wants it to sound, and he's obviously not happy with his life. He's obviously not wanting to be a teacher. So I think there's some angle of it showing that like he obviously wants to play and not teach, but teaching is what pays the bills, so he has to do it. I really liked seeing that jazz consumed him, and at the very end of the movie he sees that there's more to life than just your passion. So that was a cool message. Anything else you liked about it? Wow. I really liked seeing New York. That was cool.
That was cool.
I thought the music was good. I know you didn't like it.
It was just very unmemorable to me. All I remember is some of the chaotic jazz from when he was teaching his kids, which was purposely not good. I only remember that.
So how many songs do you remember in Pixar movies that are not lyrical? Like, of course, you remember You Got a Friend in Me. And
you're saying the instrumental songs. I mean, I remember songs from Up.
Up is an exception, I think, because they have that theme. Like, they have it throughout the movie. And it's beautiful. But I think you have a high standard for music from Disney, maybe because of, like, their classic movies, like from between Little Mermaid all the way up to Tarzan, maybe. But
I mean, I wasn't expecting them to sing. This is my issue with it, is that the movie is called Soul. It's about a jazz musician, and the music was unmemorable.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, we love jazz, and I thought we were going to hear a lot of really cool jazz. And we heard like one song.
We heard a few.
No, but one song that focused on the music. I think just one. The one when he's auditioning.
Right. And then the one when he actually gets to play with Dorothea Williams.
Oh, yeah, you're right, too.
I guess you're right that it could have done more or focused more on. It doesn't really focus on the music. It kind of uses jazz as a way to frame this is
the passion.
Yeah,
right?
This is this character's focus.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you go into it thinking this is going to be a movie about jazz, you're going to be disappointed probably.
Yeah.
But I really liked the music when you get to hear it. I thought New York looked cool. And I guess that is it. I thought the movie was funny, but it wasn't like super funny, which might be into something you want to get into.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that funny either. There were some cool jokes when he's like on the other side with those kind of abstract people, Terry and Jerry. They're kind of funny.
I think the accountant.
Yeah, the accountant's really funny. I think overall, Tina Fey, she voices 22. I love me some Tina Fey. I think she's just like the bomb. I love her.
I don't love her.
But 22 fell flat for me. Like, I did not think that there were times that she was funny, but I thought they missed a lot of opportunities with her. But yeah, I love Tina Fey though.
Would you say she's the best character, though? Because I know you liked...
Yeah, she is the best character, though.
Yeah, you liked the protagonist even less.
I did not like Joe at all. He's very unlikable for most of the movie.
What do you think makes him unlikable? Do you think it's his, I'm gonna get what I want no matter what attitude.
Yeah, which I guess is their whole point.
I think that is kind of the point, that maybe you're not supposed to like him so much, which is kind of sad. You kind of want to like your main character. And it does take a while to finally turn him around to being a good human. So that is kind of disappointing.
I think that it's just something I really like being able to root for the protagonist. So even though I do think it served a purpose that Joe was like that and not all that likable, I think they still could have done it in a way where you have a passionate character who only cares about one thing, right? But you're still rooting for him. So just like and I think it's kind of funny that this was centered on a jazz musician, Passion, because Whiplash is another movie that has not a similar message, but a similar theme of only one thing matters, and it's your desire to be the best.
Yeah.
And that's also about a jazz musician. And even though he's so obsessive about it and you see it, you are still rooting for him. So I just think it would have been possible to achieve the fact that, okay, Joe only cares about accomplishing this mission, or this dream, and he still could have been likable. Instead, he says it's because I finally got my gig, but part of it is like he's just not ready to die.
Yeah, I think what works in Whiplash so well about this human descending into chaos for his passion is that there is kind of a bad guy, his jazz teacher, that's pushing him. And so you might dislike this. You have a place to direct your hate.
That's true.
Whereas in Soul, where can you direct it to? You can direct it to the main character, or 22, who's just an innocent soul that's seeing Earth for the first time. So you can't really be mad at her, I would say. Even when, and I guess this is spoilers, towards the end, they're about to swap bodies, and 22's like, no, I want to keep experiencing Earth.
Yeah.
I didn't really get mad at her. It was kind of annoying because I saw it coming.
I mean, I couldn't understand why she just wanted her spark, and she was saying like she wouldn't be able to get it unless she stayed on Earth.
Yeah, that is what happened, but I think you're right in that the main character could have been more likable. It doesn't feel like you really spend too much time with him.
Yeah.
And it was weird that he's in a cat, because he's in a cat body.
Yeah.
A lot of it, it's hard to take him seriously, I guess.
There's a lot of just kind of running, lots of running.
And a lot of 22 holding onto the cat, which has Joe's body or soul in it. I really like the idea. And I really like the messaging, like you were saying.
Yeah, the message is cool.
If I had to have a con, I think that, is it the pacing that I don't like?
The pacing's weird.
I like the pacing in the beginning where he just dies and the movie kind of goes. And then the movie feels like it slows down after the cat gets introduced and Joe's in the cat and 22's in Joe's body.
It does slow down there.
Yeah. And I couldn't really get used to 22's voice in Joe's body. It was really weird the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, personally.
No, that's true. I thought it was very weird.
It was annoying almost.
Because I think it would have been, I guess they did it for kids, really. Because I think it would have been better if Joe still had his voice. But it was 22 saying, where am I? Where am I? I feel like in Freaky Friday.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could still
understand that the characters were switched.
Yeah. Oh, well. Do you think this is a movie for adults only?
No.
You think kids will like it?
I think kids will like it. I think maybe they won't understand all of it, but they can still enjoy it. I mean, I know my nephews enjoyed it. My nephews watched it and they liked it.
Okay.
So I think it's definitely a family movie. The message itself, it would be difficult, I think, for some kids to understand.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a cool message for parents to see and to internalize and kind of reflect on it.
I think the reason why I like the movie so much and almost respect it is that sometimes it feels like Pixar makes movies for money. Like Cars. Cars makes a lot of money on the toys that they sell. Toy Story, same thing. I'm sure lots of people wanted to watch An Incredibles too. Marvel's huge. Superhero movies are huge. This one, I can't really see a lot of toys coming out of this.
Yeah, you're right.
And it does feel more adult than kid oriented. And so I can respect a movie studio wanting to focus on actually telling a story.
Yeah, I also respect how they took the storyline and did it in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, kind of, yes, it's a little more on the unexpected side.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think should be appreciated more in cinema and not just
Absolutely.
following that cookie cutter design and story.
Yeah, I can't imagine another animation studio doing that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Soul, which I think is great. I'm glad
Yeah.
that they thought of it and went for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think overall, your enjoyment on this movie kind of depends on what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're expecting a movie like Toy Story or The Incredibles, I don't think this is that kind of movie. I think it's
Yeah.
definitely more up the
Inside Out.
Obviously Inside Out. Maybe close to like WALL-E maybe in some
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Which I also was not a fan of WALL-E.
I love WALL-E.
But actually, the third time I watched WALL-E, I did really like it. So that one just kind of took a long time for me to like.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was beautiful. I knew it was a beautiful movie.
Absolutely.
I just didn't love it the first time I watched it. And I was a teenager.
I loved it as a teenager.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
a lot of time passed until I liked it.
So if you had to rank it then, what would you want to give it?
Soul,
Yeah.
I would give it a B+.
Really?
What did you think I was going to give it?
Like a B-? You're really hesitant to give C's and A's, I've noticed.
Oh, really? I thought I'd given a lot of A's.
Yeah, but that's because of course you love Emma.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, look, I give it a B+ because I know it's a solid movie. I know it has a lot of really, you know what, B. Okay, not B+, B. And the reason why is because I appreciate that it's different. I liked the message a lot, but it wasn't funny enough, in my opinion. And it also wasn't really memorable enough. So that is an okay, solid movie. An okay, I can't call it solid, right? Solid is A range.
No, solid is like it gets the job done. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
right. B, you met all the requirements. It just didn't have the oomph.
I would describe that as C movie. A C passes.
Well, that's true. But I
So-
guess I'm such a nice grader that my C's are usually failing grades.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
I give
say
C's to.
if I felt that way that you did about this movie, I would give it a C.
Yeah.
But because I don't feel like it's, you know,
I mean, I think it's unique. And in my book, Enneagram 4, you get a lot of bonus points for being unique.
okay. I give it a B+. I think there's something that brings it down from an A.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's one of Pixar's like greatest movies.
I'm not going to show it to my kids. I'm not going to want to show it to my kids. I'll probably show it to my kids, but it's not going to be on my list of movies they have to watch.
Yeah. I don't know how many movies from Pixar that I would put above this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I'd put it on my top 5 list.
I definitely would not.
Yeah. But do you think this movie is better than Inside Out?
I have to watch Inside Out again.
I think they're so close. I think I would give Inside Out a slightly higher grade
Mm-hmm.
because maybe it's me thinking that they've already kind of done this style of movie before. I do like the message of Inside Out a little more, that it's okay to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
That for me, that's a really powerful message.
Yeah.
Especially like I would never hear that as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas I feel like I might have heard the story of it's okay to just live life, figure things out. I'm not saying that that message is universal, but in terms of personal impact, I think
Right.
Inside Out had a bigger impact on me. There you go. That was a review on Soul. What do you think the next movie or show is?
Maybe Bridgerton.
Yeah, we finished that.
Bridgerton craze.
We also finished that on Christmas.
Yeah, we did.
It's crazy how much TV we saw.
We watched a lot. We were very lazy.
I didn't want to watch it all, but you did.
Oh my gosh, addicted.
Let me just describe Paulina. She sees period drama. She dropped everything she was doing.
I literally, yeah, I
and you should have seen her face glow. Points at the TV. This one.
did.
This is what we're watching. That's what I saw on your face. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was magical in a way. It was-
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that describes when I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh. And it's funny because I was literally thinking, I think when we were watching Emma or something, I was like, they need to come out with new period dramas. You know, like I've been watching the same ones since I was a kid over and over. All the Jane Austen ones, Little Women, then some Charles Dickens ones that BBC has. So we needed new content. And about flip my switch, I think that's a saying, when I saw the new content.
Yeah, you did. So we'll talk about it next episode.
Next episode.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.